Hey there, it's Kat from the channel Brews and Reviews, and it's time for the 5th round of the Because We Can Readathon. This readathon is hosted by myself, Kat from Stars and Embers, and Jenna from Just a Little Bit Random. If you've taken part in the previous 4 editions of this readathon, where we hosted a week of themed reading and creative challenges, then you might think you know what to expect for this readathon. But you don't, because we decided to change things up. Because we can. Now, as much as all of us hosts have really enjoyed creating these reading challenges and creative challenges and dressing up and making things and doing all sorts of craziness, it's a lot. So we decided that we wanted this version of the readathon to be a little bit different. Because we're tired. Tired people. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are tired too. So we decided that this readathon was going to be a little bit different. The theme for this round of the readathon is the low-key, last-minute Life-Has-Been-A-Lot-Readathon. So the idea is that we're all going to be kind to ourselves. We're going to do a little bit of self-care, we're going to do a little bit of reading, but if you stick around, you'll find more information on the creative and reading challenges. So the readathon runs from the 13th until the 19th of June. And we will be hosting live reading sprints throughout the week and a teleparty where we just watch a film together. Because we can. So if you want any details about when those things will be taking place, then please follow our Twitter where we will be posting dates and times. So now it's time to find out what the creative and reading challenges are for the low-key, last-minute, Life-Has-Been-A-Lot round of the Because We Can Readathon.
Hello everybody, my name is Jenna from the channel Just a Little Bit Random, and I am here to tell you all about the reading challenges for this readathon. The theme for this readathon is really the fact that life is just getting to be so hard at the moment, and we know that a lot of us just don't have the time to sit down and read a bunch of books in one week. So because of that, we decided to come up with 7 reading challenges that you would be able to complete using the least amount of books. So the first reading challenge that we have is to read 100 pages. Simple as that. Grab a book, read 100 pages. You don't even technically need to finish a book in order to complete this challenge. Challenge number 2 is to read 200 pages. Very much in the same, you just pick a book. It doesn't even have to be the same book. You just have to read 200 pages during that week. Reading challenge number 3 is to finish a book. We don't care what book it is, we don't care how long it is, what genre, who wrote it, we really don't care. If it is a book and you have finished it, you have completed this challenge. Challenge number 4 is we want you to read a new to you author. Again, this one is completely up to you. It's just if it is an author that you have never read a book from before, we wanted to try to give you an excuse to branch out a little bit and read something completely new. Reading challenge number 5 is to read a book that has been on your TBR forever. So for this challenge, we wanted to make it really clear that we don't have a specific time frame in mind when we're using the word forever. So this one is completely up to you. The word forever could mean that the book had been on your TBR for the past 10 years. It might have only been on your TBR for the past couple of months, or if you are someone who has read every book on your shelf and you've just picked up a new book, then obviously that is the book that has been on your TBR forever because there are no other books on it. We really wanted to make this readathon as chilled out and relaxed as possible, so you get to use your own judgment for how long a book needs to have been on your TBR in order to count it for this challenge. Challenge number 6 is we want you to read a book from your favorite genre. We know so many readathons out there that ask you to read a sci-fi or read a fantasy, and for some people they just don't like those genres and find they either can't complete those challenges or they're forced to read a book that they know they won't like. Because we wanted to make this as a relaxing week as possible, you get to pick the genre that you read in and you get to pick your favorite. And reading challenge number 7 is to read in your preferred format. Again, so many readathons out there challenge you to read an ebook or read an audiobook, but if you're someone who just doesn't like those and wants to read a physical book, do it. Or vice versa, if you're someone who doesn't have time for physical books and would much rather pick up an audiobook or read from an e-reader, then you get to do that. It's completely up to you what your preferred format is. There's no limit to how many challenges you can stack onto a book. So if you are able to find one book to read all 7 challenges, then we say go for it. All 7 of those challenges will count as being completed by reading that one. Either way, we're super excited to be hosting this readathon and we can't wait to see what books you read for which challenges.
Hi, I'm Kat from Stars and Embers, and this round we are doing our creative challenges a little differently. So if you've done our creative challenges before, you may remember that there would be 7 challenges, all very creative, and then you can make a video or an Instagram or a TikTok or just post a picture on Twitter about it. But because life has been a lot, we are making all of these ones low-key. So instead of calling them creative challenges this round, we're calling them readathon challenges. Not reading challenges, readathon challenges. There are still 7 of them, and they're just going to be extra things that you can do during the week to join in on the fun. So the first one is just to simply show us what you're reading. So you can do this in the format of creating a TBR video and then letting us know that exists, or taking a picture of your TBR and posting it on Instagram or Twitter, or just during the week, take a picture of what you're currently reading and tag us. The second challenge is to join in on a reading live sprint, whether that be on camera or just in the chat. So it can be literally any reading sprint. And I know a few people who do host them, so you can always join in on one of those. Or during the week, join us on the Because We Can channel, where we will be hosting 2 reading live sprints throughout the week. Challenge 3 is to make a read with me video. If you've never seen a read with me video before, they're really simple. Basically, you set up the camera for however long you want and you read, and then you post that video to YouTube or Instagram for IGTV or whatever. So it's similar to a reading live stream, it's just not live. If you want some inspo, you can just search up some read with me's on YouTube and have a look at what you find. We will be posting a few of these throughout the week on the Because We Can channel, so you can watch those as well. Challenge 4 is to not read. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. Don't read for this challenge. We know it's inevitable that we're not going to read because, life has been a lot. So we just made this challenge so you can tick off a challenge no matter what you do. If you want to do something specific to not read, you could watch a movie or a TV show, you could play a game, you could go out. Just whatever you want to do that's not reading. Challenge 5 is to do some self-care. Again, life has been a lot, so just take a moment, practice some self-care, whatever that means for you. Whether that's, maybe actually stopping and reading, or maybe you have a bath, or do a skincare routine, or clean up somewhere. However you define self-care, do that. Challenge 6 is to show us your reading snack or drink. If you're reading for a long time, you want to have like a snack with you to eat, or, like a cup of tea or coffee for the coffee drinkers out there. I personally like tea. So just take a picture or a video of some sort and tag us. And the last challenge is to repeat your favorite challenge. Maybe you have multiple reading snacks, so you take 2 pictures. Maybe you don't read twice, or maybe you join in on 2 reading live streams. Whichever one you want to do twice, just do it twice.
So those are the challenges for round 5 of the Because We Can Readathon. If you want to follow us on any of our socials, we'll leave a link in the description below, as with all of the information we've just explained. That will all be down there too. And don't forget, we'll be posting the dates and times for the live reading sprints and the teleparty on our Twitter. So if you do want to take part in any of that, then definitely keep an eye on our Twitter. And from Jenna, Kat and I, go easy on yourself. And we really hope you'll join us in taking part in this readathon, where we're just going to be kind to ourselves. It's low key, it's last minute, life has been a lot. The Because We Can Readathon.